Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another League of Dargun. We're going to be playing some League of Legends, and I'll, there's always the open mic kind of discussions. Landon Knoll graced us with his presence yesterday, which was awesome. I'm still looking at that stream and kind of taking notes. That was really interesting. And with me is the ever and always present Ferret.
Yo, what's up?
And we also have the Forgotten Gunslinger.
Hey.
And Gunslinger, are you wanting to play with us, or are you still feeling a bit under the weather?
I feel like hammered shit that's been thrown into a blender and put on puree for 20 minutes.
Well, do you want to take it out on some bots?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Let's see here. Ferret, you want to do blind or ARAM?
We're gonna do blind. Just give me a second. I made a small snafu. I made an oopsie.
Well then.
I posted the wrong link.
There was a wrong link.
I had the wrong link for the last show.
Oh, You posted the last show, or was it because I did an error on it with it saying 15? Because that could have happened too. But we have a decent amount of viewers right now, so it's working.
Is this number 15 or 16, man?
It's number 16, I believe.
Okay.
Number 15 was with Landon, I think.
When I copy the link from...
I mean, I did have an error on the stream. I just thought that it corrected it quickly.
Okay, that's weird. Because it says... All the links say League of Dargun number 15.
Huh. Well, I guess it's not updated yet, so that's okay. Just go ahead and they'll find it.
We'll roll with it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll be the dum-dum.
They'll look at the channel and just be like, oh well, they're apparently doing this one live, so you know.
Apparently, I'm just dumb. That's okay.
No. Like,
No, it happens.
Like I make mistakes on my end too. Like there's quite a few of them that I haven't looked back at and actually changed the topics, and I need to. But yeah, we're going to already have to look through all of these, and the Patreon members are going to get like first dibs at seeing some of the highlights. And like seeing our process and cutting the stream and stuff, but you know, like what we think are highlights.
Invite me, prick. Oh, okay, there we go.
It's an open invite. Jeez, didn't you know? It's like open mic in this bitch. God.
I'm just dumb. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just lagging behind a little bit today.
Okay, well.
And my computer's running like trash, so that's cool.
Hey, at least it's running though.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But is the stream that you shared was that one right? Or
I guess I don't know. Man.
Hello. Was
Yay!
that
Hi.
Yay! Everybody's favorite server trolls here.
Yeah.
That's me.
What's our bad pun of the day, server troll?
No, you can't rush him. You can't rush him.
Yeah, you can't. He doesn't do it on command. Trying to get my computer to run a little bit faster.
But yeah, like let's see here. Server troll, are you coming on? Are you coming on to League, or are you just gonna sit out?
Come on soon. I'm gonna just you wait a little longer.
Well then soon. I'm just gonna hit this fine match and I'm gonna play a game.
I mean, you can do that too. I'll just spectate.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Server troll's always like lurking, just like I'm waiting for you to fuck up, so that way I can tell you that you fucked up.
Hey,
and then
at least you didn't fuck up that badly, like that certain person I'm not gonna mention earlier in the morning. Just I'm trying not to spill tea. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I want to know is how come it first started as a simple debate all the way to, oh wow, okay, I'm one v wanting someone that I'm not supposed to begin with.
Well, I mean, they wanted to 1v1, and they wanted to 1v1 you, so you know it happens. What, are you wanting to 1v1 me?
I didn't say anything about that.
Oh, okay. Because the thing is there's the stuff that I put on for show, and then there's the stuff that I actually I can do.
What?
Hey, and Bob Ross we trust. We need to get him on here. Stupefied says hello on the chat. Let's see here. We usually have it as like an open mic kind of thing. Let me. Ferret, are you still here? Ferret's not currently here.
Oh, I just realized what his actual name must be meaning. He's a Jin main, isn't he?
Which person?
In Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Bob Ross we trust.
Yeah,
hey Ferret.
Hey Ferret.
I'm just trying to get it fucking working, dude. Hold on.
So how is that game you were playing? Colony Survival, I think. Cricket.
Yeah, he's been playing a little bit of Colony Survival.
A little bit more like binge playing.
Sometimes.
Hey, maybe that'll be a thing we can stream.
Him binge playing it.
I mean, he did say he was a huge nerd for dinosaurs.
Yeah, he was. So how is that game though? I noticed that you DM'd me some screenshots.
And there he goes again.
Well, and I'm not even gonna be in queue yet. I'll just wait. Wait until he comes back to Discord.
His PC must be that bad today, isn't it?
There. What were you saying?
I was saying how is the Colony Survival game doing?
Dude, I don't get the joke because I didn't hear the setup because my computer is running slowly.
No. He was asking if you liked the game and how it was going.
I don't know. Ask Rob. I don't play it. Not my game.
Oh yeah, he has set up on 2 different computers and whatnot.
Ow.
No, it's set up on one computer. My fiance also plays the computer.
Yeah.
Like, if it says I'm playing something, I'm probably actually not playing it. Because it picks up on what the home PC is doing before the laptop.
Oh.
So even if he leaves his game
a
open and...
Jungle, a support, a mid. Okay, you're gonna go top. I guess LADC. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
You can do it, Vash.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm falling under the pressure. My tism's showing.
I see that. I heard that actually.
The tasty tisms.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about those tistic, things that you can't control.
Yeah, like burping in
Well,
someone's ear.
now you put it like
Yeah.
that. Now,
Burping in people's ears is something that is completely acceptable if you're autistic. But yeah, I do hope that we'll be seeing Landon a little bit more.
That was awesome, though.
I can already tell I'm gonna have a bad time with Lux. Oh, and
Yeah,
Ferret,
it was
good luck.
awesome.
Oh, and good luck, Ferret, with the Tryndamere top.
Yeah, yeah. I can't
It's
see who I'm going
Tryndamere.
against
It's
because my
Tryndamere
computer
against
is that
Tryndamere.
slow. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're gonna be going up against another Tryndamere. And what rank is he, Server Troll?
Bronze 2.
Oh, okay.
But that Tryndamere is not someone you should be concerned with. But I'm not going to tell you who you should be really concerned now. Seriously, I'm not going to tell you.
But you shouldn't be concerned with him because he's a bronze 2. Bronze is shit.
No. What I'm trying to say there's there's someone else that you should be concerned with in the enemy team.
Is it the Yi?
Lux.
How the fuck did you know?
Because that Yi's gonna kick my ass because it has smite and it's jungling.
And he's gold 5.
Gold
I'm
5.
learning, Beth,
Gold
I'm
5 is
learning.
still okay.
Well, if he starts getting 12 kills, that should be quite a warning sign for me.
Yeah. Just play it defensive and you should be fine.
I will play defensive considering that Lux got a major buff like a while ago, and then
I could destroy Lux. All you got to do is just dodge her shit. That's it.
We should play some ARAM after this. Get some practice in on different champs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have half of the champions under my
The practice part of that wasn't for you.
Well, I do need to kind of do refresher courses on certain champs. Everything's practice for me. I am nowhere near the rank that I think I am, or that I should be. And I know it. And knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe. But,
Is everybody on 0% for you guys too?
it's still loading. So.
Oh, there we go. Everybody's going up at the exact same level for me.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
the same
This
percentage.
is like, you're the only ones loading. Okay, you're at 100%.
No, I'm not. I'm at 22% on my end. And what's funny, since it's not bots, even the enemy team is at the same percentage as we are on my screen. Are you guys in game?
Not yet. Okay, now we are.
I'm not.
Well, that's lovely.
Lovely. There we go. Now I am. I'm at a little bit of a loss for a second. Hold on. Now I'm ready. And I can do this on the way there. Not too bad. That wasn't that bad of a startup.
Okay, I need to not come back until I got 1,300 gold.
I'm being a sneaky Trindamere.
The master of the sneaky.
I won't lead us astray. Minions have spawned.
Spoopy, scary Trindamere.
Oh, this is gonna be
Looks right out
bad.
the bush.
This is gonna be really bad, guys.
If you run into him, you better have some kush. What? Ah. Oh no. Oh no. They hurting me. They hurting me. Why?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I am back.
Well, welcome back.
You guys streaming?
Yes, we are.
Alrighty.
Currently we're just, fighting some
And lag.
minions and he's dealing with lag.
Copious amounts of lag at that.
But hello there, Ferret. Long time no see.
How are you?
I'm doing good. What about yourself?
Pretty good. Just hanging out, trying not to die currently.
Oh,
Screw you, alternate Trindamere. I win. I am the better Trindamere.
then that means that you're the true king.
I am the true king. And I will fight him for my title.
True king or what, though?
Use more of your... Oh my goodness. Why?
What?
Use your tornadoes.
Dude,
Did
it
you-
was on fucking cooldown, you dickhead. It's a 12-second cooldown.
No, I'm talking to this Jana.
I'm
Yo,
dumb.
Wash?
I was thinking of my spinny as a tornado for some reason.
Yo, Wash? Did you finish making the chef rank?
The what?
The chef rank?
The chef.
The chef roll.
Oh yeah, I haven't created it yet. I was going to, but then I had been talking to some other servers and stuff, and talking to people, but I will be having it, and I will be putting in a chef rank and a scientist, chef and a scientist role.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yes.
Let's see.
But I'm I'm a junior scientist. I think I know things, but I don't.
Hey, I know that feeling. Now I actually know things in the thing I'm learning, so I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm a happy poppy. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay,
Okay,
then.
there we go.
Good to know.
No, Lulu keeps shooting me in the face, and this Jana doesn't know how to use her tornadoes.
Does she don't know how to use her auto attacks?
She needs to go to Arkansas so that way she can figure out how to use a proper tornado.
Fuck this E. Oh god. Oh god, run and hide. Oh god. Oh, that Ye's a bitch. Come here and 1v1 me, big punk.
Is he even good still?
God damn it.
He's always good.
God damn it. That Yi kicked my ass. Because there was two of them. There was a Yi and the other Trindamere, and the other Trindamere was like, I'm
That's
not
the
so
point.
shitty when I have a friend.
Well, nah, I just wanted to check how's it going. I'm just gonna go watch a movie and probably pass out. It's 6, no, more or less 7 a.m. I haven't gone to bed yet.
I just got to
really-
work, basically. It's,
And you're instantly playing League of Legends.
Yeah, it's 11:50 p.m. here. I work third shift, so what else am I going to do for 8 to 10 hours of sitting on my ass?
What do you do as your work?
I take care of people with mental and physical disabilities, but they're sleeping right now, and they will be sleeping until 6 a.m.
Alright, then it's understandable. My mom does that as well. She usually just knits or talks to the other people who do it.
God damn. God damn it. Okay, I need to rethink my tactic here.
It's quite frowned upon, you know, playing games while doing your job in my country. Just when you go to work, you just don't use your phone or computer that much.
In my work, in my field specifically, in my company too, they actually encourage you to, when you aren't engaging with the clients, do something that's going to help keep you awake. And I have explicit permission from my employer to use my laptop and be on a stream, as long as it doesn't interfere with the clients and it never records the clients.
Das ist gut, das ist gut. Then it is fine.
Yep.
Good
Gotta
stuff,
make
yes?
sure to be official and stuff. So you were saying your country. Which country are you?
Norway. They're frowned on many things, but the Muslims, no. They invite
Not the
them
Muslims,
in.
though. The Muslims are okay, apparently.
No, they're not. Get these
No, no, they're fine.
Get these sand coons out of my country. What?
Yeah, I'm glad I fucking talked over your ass. Don't do that again, seriously, dude. This is YouTube.
Yeah, we can't. We
YouTube.
Can't, yeah.
I
You
didn't
think
know.
YouTube
My
gives
apologies.
2 squirts of piss about context? I'm not blaming you. I agree. It's just that shit can't be said out loud because
Not
YouTube will
on
shut that
YouTube.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick.
No, none taken.
Okay.
I
No dick
understand
taken.
YouTube.
I'm
Pretty
just
much.
glad that me yelling cover. I
In fact,
hope it.
Pretty
No,
much.
I hope me yelling
Well,
covers
I
that
mean,
up a little bit.
whenever BitChute starts doing the streams and stuff, then I can actually put the censor bar away. But till then,
Spoopy, scary Trindamere just kicked my ass again. Well, I killed him. I killed him again. So I mean, it's not like
I'm so used to being in the Discord I'm an admin in.
Yeah. In the Discord, it's
Good
one
job,
thing
Kit
you can
Kat.
say what you want as long as there's the good context and it's proper context. But there's a difference between just saying that over and over and over again to be a troll and making a good point, like you just made. A
Yo,
good point.
we just meme about it in the Toon channel, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You're no longer there.
I am no longer there.
I know.
You know why I'm no longer there?
Because the admin did their thing incorrectly. Yeah.
Yeah. And if that was my admin-
I am over the admins. I know everything.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, man. If that was one of my admins, and I help run Vash's server, and
She
I
was
run my
just
own
too
server.
tired and on medication. She should have just not gotten involved. And you got, to be honest, you got a bit too heated as well.
I was already having a shit day, though. Be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man,
it was
that
just-
That was one of the days where I was about to have to stay over to 18-hour shift due to another staff's error and laziness. So I was very not enthused about people.
It's
No.
like, get away.
No, leave me the fuck alone. I'll do me, you do you, and we won't do each other, and that'll be that.
Wait, what is not allowed on YouTube anymore? I don't know.
you can't be racist. You can't be, you know. You
Misogynistic.
basically you can't have fun.
Yeah, basically anything fun is now considered racist, and it's just complete and utter, you know.
Am I allowed to call?
Think
Yeah, am I
wrong thing.
allowed to complain about snowflakes or?
Oh
Yes,
no, we can
but-
complain about
Ah,
snowflakes,
yes.
and we do.
Goddamn snowflakes, man. Why you do this? Go away.
Go
Yeah.
away. YouTube was a nice place.
YouTube was a nice place.
I'll
Then
tell
all
you
the snowflakes-
something. This was a happy place.
Yo, I started watching YouTube 2008, right? Then YouTube started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching YouTube 2008. Like,
Well, I was watching
I-
Justin TV before that, before it was Twitch.
YouTube was good. YouTube was
Yeah, YouTube
good.
was good.
And then, like, 2014, all those snowflakes just joined in. It's like, get out of my place. Stop ruining my Christian content.
This was our clubhouse, goddammit, first.
And then
We hung
it's
out
just
here,
like,
we had fun.
okay, to be honest, it's mostly America with these goddamn snowflakes.
Look here, cunt. The snowflakes in Australia make the American feminists look like fucking pussies.
Well, you
They're
guys are in
crazy,
an
dude.
island full of spider and crocodile.
I'm not
Nobody
in
cares
Australia.
about you.
I'm an American. I'm an American.
Australian
point, though.
feminists and fucking snowflakes can go jump off a bridge.
I agree, dude.
That'll work. That'll work.
That just jump off a bridge full of, and then there are alligators down there, just like, "Mwah, get away."
How did that fucking... Okay, that's a thing now, I
Like,
guess.
holy shit. The worst one of them, okay, I loved my teacher to death, but she was that much of a feminist that it hated me. It hurt me from the inside. A dude did a joke, yeah? This is a joke, by the way. Because we were talking about women not wearing enough clothing. This dude did a joke. Yeah, girls, wear more clothes. She told the dude, what? Do you hate your mom? Do you hate your sister? Jesus.
It's like, what?
Yeah, like what?
Are you under the assumption that it's okay to see your what? Like,
Now you get the confusion. By the way, this was in the 8th grade.
that makes it even creepier.
That just makes it worse. We were watching feminist videos in the 8th grade, and it's just like, why? Why do you do this to me?
Because fuck you, white male.
Jonna,
Hey, hey.
Jonna.
I am
what
a
are you doing?
privileged white male. Thank you very much.
Not here. We're all equal on fucking League of Dargun. We're all cunts.
I thought we were cunts over at Suit Yourself.
No, cunts are universal.
Well,
Pretty much.
yeah, Stupefied says
Well,
they
now I'm gonna
say
go watch a
don't be
movie.
racist, sexist, homophobic, etc., even though their definition of it is very ambiguous. Exactly. That is
Like,
exactly right.
What is the point, man?
Yeah, they call everything racist, sexist, xenophobic, homophobic.
Yeah, that's the point.
So
Everything
much
is
that-
sexist and racist and
So, is calling myself half fag homophobic, even though I'm the half fag and I'm calling myself the half fag? I mean,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
What's up with
internal. It's internal homophobia.
like, I wanna call people names, but they get that offended and they whine about it, and then it's like, bitch. I was gonna say something else, but YouTube friendly here. It's like, bitch, get out of my life. I
Although
will.
you can say cunt.
N-word, my dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna be like, it's like I will dunk you through a hoop. It's like, I can lift people twice my body weight. I can dunk people through hoops.
You know,
Just go
so-
away.
You know, people say stupid can't be fixed. Some stupid can be fixed. You just need an ass whoop.
a brick theory.
Brick theory is always something that can be thought of, but I generally don't try and do anything like into that relation until someone else throws hands, and then it'll happen. But
I usually am not the one to throw hands first, mostly because I want them to throw hands. So if they miss, I can just grab them and then put them in an arm lock, and then they're just stuck there until they cry, until they beg for mercy.
Armbar inbound.
No, it's either armbar or they're gonna break their own hand trying to get out of the armbar. And either way, it makes me happy. Either I break their hand.
This misfortune's broken.
Oh no, that's just misfortune.
I'm broken. How you doing?
No, you're ferret.
But I'm broken.
'Cause I'm broken.
And you're a bastard.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Just look the other way and a person will disappear, yes, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. No.
God damn it, I can't get away!
There will be several disappearances, but don't worry about it. Accidents happen and all that.
Fuck!
That is
I
my
barely got it out of there.
that is my view of like a lot of things actually.
Most people don't like when I
Is-
give my
is
views
it-
and my opinions.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Can I give you an answer?
Yes.
Okay then, go ahead.
Are you guys religious?
Nope.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, I'm very Catholic, let me tell you.
I believe in Jeebus.
Well, can I tell you guys how to make a noose? No.
Well, actually, there was.
No, I already know how to make one.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just go make one and
He's
use
a
it.
gunslinger, man. He knows how to. He needs to know how to string people up.
I'm pretty damn good at it too.
Yeah.
Come here, you little bitch. I'll fucking fix you right
Too
up.
bad them SJWs
I am no
are pretty good
bitch.
at running. It's real bad. Those SJWs are pretty
How
good at running.
did that not cancel? Okay, so her ult doesn't cancel. Ash is fucking stupid.
Don't you guys love like coons though? Like the animal?
Yeah, raccoons, love them.
I love that. If people don't know the other definition of a coon, ooh.
Fucking you, bitch! Fucking bitch!
We don't.
Sorry, I'm getting heated.
Who likes the other definition of
We
the coon
don't
word?
go into that. Because, you know, YouTube shit.
I love that. If he's
Strange
a big
enough-
YouTuber,
Strange
And he does
enough,
something.
Australian slurs are completely fine.
Yeah. Cunt,
wait,
twat.
wait. So I can call someone a balanda.
Yep.
You don't even know what that means, but okay.
Don't have to. YouTube doesn't care, so we don't care. Kind of how that works.
It's literally a balanda is a white, more or less a white bitch. Yeah. It's what
Good
the
enough.
native.
So
it's what the natives
basically a twink.
It's more or less when
No,
it's more or less
calling
when
some-
Americans use the N-word, but these guys
Yeah,
use balanda, but for white people.
yeah, it's like calling someone cracker.
Or,
Yeah.
Kayla.
I find it funny. You can always mock white people, but when it turns another color, it's like no. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life? Trying to kill Sulfur? PewDiePie!
We can't say his name either, apparently.
Oh, we
Oh
can't?
no.
Because
It-
he's a Nazi.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh yeah, I love
PewDiePie's
that
the
from this one as
Nazi.
well.
PewDiePie is a Nazi.
No, he's not.
He told people
Apparently,
to kill
yeah,
the
he is.
Jews.
Well,
Yep, and then gave a Nazi salute, man. He's a Nazi, dude. We can't talk about him. Just
no,
for
he,
safety.
yo, if people
Yo.
think he's a Nazi because of that, it's like pissed
Well,
off, man.
it's hate
He's a
speech. It's hate speech and it's assault.
No, it's just snowflakes being snowflakes. Just jump off a bridge.
No, it's hate speech.
No.
Apparently it's hate speech, man.
All right.
I can't
If you
lie to
guys
you,
want
it's
hate speech, then I'll get Grandpappy in here.
No,
you
we're
wanna
good.
you want to control Grandpappy? Nah, he'll say whatever he wants, no matter what. By the way, he is loved in the Toon community for saying his mind about Muslims and black people.
Now, if you want to academically talk about Islam, we can talk academically about Islam, and you have to have some points.
It's garbage of a religion, like all of other religions.
Okay, but why? Why is it garbage? What practices make it garbage? We can talk about it. You just have to have a brain in your head to talk about it.
You have to attack the idea.
I dislike the fact that they actually have a month of the year which doesn't allow you to eat food 90% of the day. And you have to wake up like 5 a.m. to eat
So
food.
you're talking about the fasting?
Yeah.
Well, there's many religions. There's many religions that have fasting.
Yeah, but I dislike all religions, so.
Come give me help, you stupid cunt.
Indeed.
There you go. That's how you fucking do
What
it.
about?
I dislike also that.
Well, let me ask you this.
religious-
Let me ask you this: if there is no God, then how do we
How's the
have
rainbow made?
Yeah, how's the rainbow
Wait.
How does
made?
the sun set? Let me use some Southern
How's
Christian
the
argument.
rainbow made?
How's the rainbow? How does the sun set every day? Let's use some Southern Christian arguments. for you.
Because
Yeah.
because the Earth is spinning
The Earth is
and
round, yes.
around
That's the correct answer.
around the sun, so that's why the sun goes down and up.
The Earth
Yes,
is flat.
yes,
You all
on
know
the
it.
other side of the planet, and that's why time zones exist.
God
And the
damn it.
reason why rainbows are made is because the solar rays are hitting the water particles which are in the air because of rain or waterfalls and making the pretty rainbow.
Well then, how? Well then, what pulls the next Kleenex out of the box whenever I pull out a tissue from the Kleenex box, huh? And how can you explain that if there is no God? Okay.
Yeah.
The other
These are all
tissue-
things I've
the
heard somebody say before.
How can you explain that if there is no God?
Boy, fun, you're interrupting, yeah?
Look, Sam.
Look, Sam, you're speaking over me.
No,
I do not approve
no,
of this.
I don't. Just telling you that you gotta know that there is a God because everybody needs sky cake, and if I can't have sky cake, then you can't either.
Look,
Oh my God, dude.
the reason why the tissue the next tissue comes at the same, like when you take a tissue and there's another one in there, is because of friction. The other one pulls the other one and then it rips off because because the capsule is holding it.
Well, magnets, how do they work?
Oh, that is because of the magnetic field, which is.
Are you a scientist?
materials.
I don't want to talk to a scientist about that.
All scientists are just homosexual faggots trying to cover up the existence.
Whoa!
Hey, YouTube
No,
friendly.
no,
Come
Yeah,
on,
no,
come on.
YouTube-
that is
YouTube
something-
friendly.
YouTube friendly.
Yeah, we gotta be
I'm-
YouTube friendly, guys. We gotta be YouTube friendly.
Look, no, listen the fuck here, bitch. I'm a faggot. I can say faggot. Okay, that's how this works.
No,
Well,
that's hate
thanks.
speech. That's hate
YouTube-
speech, and
That's like
you're,
saying
and you're
I'm a
half-bagged,
nigger.
so. Whoa, we can't
That's
be
like saying
that
that.
either.
But we can't say that though. But
Yeah.
because
This is the
that's
ball
racist.
We
I
can't.
don't get it. If a YouTuber literally PewDiePie said the word and everyone flipped the fuck out, I'm like, why? What's the fuck
Well, I
is
mean,
wrong with you?
actually, like,
He said it in the heat of the moment as well.
the thing is,
Leave
it's
him
like, for the
alone.
most part, I do that as a joke. But, You know, it's just one of those things that, yeah, sure,
He-
it's a touchy, sensitive subject and all this.
No, it's
But
not. It's
if
more
it's
or
a
less
historical if it has historical significance, I'm like, okay, it's educational.
Yeah, like them taking the N-word out
But,
of all of
but
Mark
so
Twain's
does
novels.
capitalism, democracy, and nationalism. But that still exists, and people still can talk about that.
Yep.
Why isn't that then banned? That word is banned, that doesn't make sense.
Have you
Don't-
read
don't try
Fahrenheit
to-
451?
No,
No, you should read it.
I'm dyslexic. I'm not gonna be enjoying reading.
Okay, then audio.
Wow. Audiobooks, dude. That's how I read. I can't read proper because I'm dyslexic as shit.
Oh, I was the worst case in my entire school.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I'm not the worst case, but the small black words on white paper
It's
just fuck me
it's
up.
a very good book about censorship.
I don't get it. It's like, are we trying to turn every country into Nazi Germany? That's more or less what you're
kinda.
asking. It's either you're asking for 1940s Russia or Nazi Germany. Which one do you want? They were both really shit.
Stupefied
so-
says, "You have any more spots? I'd like to get in on this." Yeah, go ahead. And,
we have 4 more spots, my dude.
Yeah, we got 4 more spots right now. If you wanted to come in and talk, let me take a look at the doormat. Oh, there you go.
Get him a roll.
Can somebody message him about a roll?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Let me go get it.
I'm gonna have to mention that those duo was a
I'm
terrible.
just gonna say one thing. I love these conversations, but I'm getting that tired. I just want to watch a movie and pass out.
Well, I mean, let's see about this guy coming in real quick and see what he wants to see if he has an issue to say with what you're saying, or if you know, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Also with Christianity, it's like it's too strict. It's like, yes, you can't just believe there's God, but there's actually more proof against that God doesn't exist, like evolution. How can you explain evolution if God existed to make men? How are we then so connected to other animals but we still got created as a different being?
Well, you tell me this: if we all came from monkeys, then how are there still monkeys?
Because they lived in a different environment. We aren't really the same animal. If you look at the DNA, we're not the same.
No.
anymore.
If
We
we all
evolved
came
different
from
patterns.
monkeys, then why are there still monkeys?
Fun fact. Scientists
Because
say that
we evolved from monkey form to a different being. That's
Why can't I go Super Saiyan though?
Because that's an anime and you're an idiot.
All right, what was that, gunslinger?
Fun fact. Scientists say that apes have just entered the Stone Age.
Oh yeah, that's because they're starting to make spears and stuff.
Huh? They're starting to make spears.
Soon it'll be Planet of the Apes all over again. God damn it.
Not really, because
Well, at least we've watched.
Have you
enough
ever played
movies for it.
Civ? Have you ever played Civilization?
Yep.
Have you ever known that if a dude is above you, and he notices you're getting up there in science, he'll literally just come over and destroy your existence. He doesn't stop. It's like, nope. You're getting technology which I don't like. You will die. That would be humans
That's
with.
That's not how I did it in the Civilization.
So what you're
Oh.
saying is, kill all the monkeys. I'm down.
Yeah, if
I'll
they
grab my
get to
guns.
that, if they ever get to that point that they will actually become dangerous, which I which I don't believe because it's taken them a while.
My whole deal
And
was
help
my deal was I was democratic in that game.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't work. Be right back.
I was pretty good at it.
That took a minute to get under wraps, but I got that set up now. If he wants to go ahead and join the waiting room, well, there you go.
Just join.
Alright. Oh,
Oh,
here we are. Sickness.
yo, sickness.
Hold on.
So,
How
you wanted
did you
to-
find
Did someone
this
pull
stream?
him up? Did someone pull him up?
I have caught scent of Dargun, and when he left our server, I followed that trail and followed him till the ends of the earth, and here I am.
Awesome.
Did someone bring him up into the studio?
I didn't.
Nope, I actually walked in. You left the front door unlocked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. That works.
But
Did you
yeah,
do that?
you were. I didn't do anything.
No, not you.
Okay.
I'll have to fix it later.
Yeah.
It's fine for now because it's open mic night, so.
Yeah, like you were wondering earlier if I had anything to really, say, like dispute anything you were talking about.
Yeah.
For the most part, no. Actually, in fact, I can agree more wholeheartedly. Although, to answer the question of like why they're still monkeys is because we're not descendants from monkeys. We have a common ancestor.
Yes,
Well, why isn't it still around?
because we killed
Because
it.
we're not directly
Because-
related.
Because we outbred it.
We
That's
outbred it,
why.
and that's why they died out, because
We
we just
evolved at
we
a
took their territory.
Yeah, thanks to our intelligence, we evolved at a rate.
What's another? Oh no.
Cigarette time. Yay, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree.
Everybody gather around and grab your cancer sticks.
I couldn't agree
And
more.
let's all kill ourselves slowly.
Yo, I wish I had one, man.
That's actually a term I use when I say that I'm about to go have a cigarette. It's like I'm about to go slowly commit suicide with a cigarette.
Shit.
I had an older woman stop me outside of my place of work because I was walking out and I did my distance from the door. You know, in the U.S. we have federal law saying you have to be a certain amount of feet
Yeah.
from any
oh.
article entrances. So I got my distance and I lit a cigarette and I had an older woman stop me and go, you know, cigarettes killed my husband. And I just kind of looked at her and I went, and? She said, they're going to kill you too. The suspense is killing me. And we went to my car.
Like, well, guess
I
what,
got-
you old fucking hag. We're all gonna die anyway, and there's nothing we can do about it.
But
Oh,
what I should have said, the suspense is killing me, but that's okay because you're going to die first. I didn't think of that on the spot.
You're
I
gonna
would've
be
been
there
like-
before I do.
Please warm
I'll
the
see you in
seat
hell,
out
bitch.
for me.
Keep my throne warm.
Keep your throne warm. It's more like keep my throne warm, my dude.
I will fist fight you. For that
All right.
throne.
Taking back
Hey,
the
that's my
crown.
throne, goddammit.
Are you sure you're gonna win this
I tell
fight?
you what, I'll pull my pants down and I'll sit on the throne and everybody take a seat. How about that? We'll just stack like fucking Lincoln logs.
Whoa,
I don't know.
whoa,
I don't know.
whoa.
If I sat on your lap, you'd be crushed by the pressure.
I think it doesn't matter in hell.
Nah.
Then I guess if that's the case, you wouldn't have pants either.
That was
Probably legs
impressive.
either.
Holy shit. I knocked the cherry off my cigarette to head back in. And the cherry fell off the concrete thing I put it out on and into my shoe, and I had to kick my shoe off.
Wait, what the fuck? A cherry?
It's
Yeah, the lit end of a cigarette, the ember.
Oh yeah, that thing.
In America land, we call that a cherry because it glows red.
It's the
Yes.
lit end of a fag.
We actually
We
have
we
quite a,
we,
quite a
we
few.
actually don't
Does
throw
anybody
the cherry
else-
away in
does
my
anybody-
country. We actually keep on smoking that because it's wasteful.
Does anybody
No,
else?
I'm gonna smoke the rest of it later.
Does anybody else suck on some fags?
I suck on some fags. I suck on all the fags. Bash it
Yeah.
over here, faggot.
What what
no,
brand of
only-
what brand of
only-
fags do you guys like smoking?
only
I
s-
like
only
smoking
s-
Camels.
I suck on the Black Flags. Fun
Actually,
fact.
Camel is good. Camel is good.
Smoke Marble Black Menthol 100s.
Okay, now
me
get
too.
the hell out of here.
I
You
typically smoke.
absolute homo. Go.
It's not the only.
I
thing
am a homo.
smoke.
How you doing?
Yeah, that explains why you're smoking those cigarettes. Holy shit.
It's-
But yeah, I
Is it-
smoke Camel Crush.
I
I
typically
smoke
smoke.
yellows, man. Camel
Poor-
yellows.
Poor Gunslinger's trying to talk. Go ahead, Gunslinger. I hear you.
I typically smoke jackpot cigars.
I don't know.
You're
That's
queer.
American cigar.
You're queer.
Says you're
Hey,
smoking Marlboro what black?
Marble Black Menthol 100s. I smoke them too, although they're not what I always smoke. I do prefer them.
Hey,
I
you can
smoke
take your
pretty much
$6 fucking cigarettes and shove them up your ass.
Oh!
Wait,
My
it's
shit's a
$6
fucking buck. I get 3 cigars for a fucking buck, and 1 pack lasts me all fucking day. Eat me.
Cigars are good
Actually,
though.
I go to a
Holy
place
shit.
where it's on the state line, so they get to sell cigarettes at the prices of the other state, but it's in my state, so I don't have to cross the river. But they do buy one get one free sales on cartons, so I get 2 cartons for $50. So fuck you. How about that, cunt?
So, what are you doing later tonight?
That's still $50.
For
Wow.
2 cartons.
For
You know how
400
much it
for
costs
400
everywhere else?
cigarettes.
You know how much that costs everywhere else? It's like 20 to 30.
I'm
bucks.
not saying it ain't a good deal, but with $50, I'm good for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I used to use pipe tobacco.
You're still a faggot. That's okay.
I am not. I'm smoking a fag.
Yo, we pay $14 over here for a pack of cigarettes, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Count yourself lucky that it's only $6 in the U.S. you dumb.
Also, I don't see what the price of something has to do with their quality. Although you could say like
It doesn't.
Chinese products is like very cheap. That I can understand, but you know, with cigarettes.
Yeah, damn them Chinese and their products that half work half
they're-
the
they're-
time.
They're fucking gunpowder.
So I go to anime conventions, right?
Oh,
I got into
Well,
it
you
because
are
of
a
a client.
nerd.
I had a client who liked anime conventions, and that's how I started going to them because I got paid to go to one.
All right, that's acceptable.
But I had a good time. I had a good time, and I went to another one. It was a lot of fun, and then I've been going ever since.
Out of curiosity, what kind of business are you in?
What?
What kind of business are you in? You
Home
mentioned-
health care of the mentally and physically disabled.
Oh, that's nice.
So everything from daily routine to clothing to getting to work to everything. I feel bad because I take care of 90% of their life for them. So I try to offer choices wherever I can, what they wear, what they eat.
You see, you can
Where we
off
go.
yourself right here, right now. Or okay, I just remembered YouTube. But
Whoa, Kevorkian.
YouTube's the last thing you need to worry about with comments like that with me, bud.
Why? Do you take offense to things? Oh wait, never mind.
No, the suicide touchy issue.
I had a client recently try to commit suicide, so I am not. I'm a bit of a salt miner right now when it comes to suicide and death of my clients.
I have not like bragging, like trying to get like attention or anything, but I have had my fair share.
ow.
Fucking cunt.
I can relate too.
I have
Sorry.
had my fair share of my own and family members, so
Oh, same actually.
it's not a touchy issue for me because
is-
nothing
It
is.
is a touchy issue for certain people, so that's not. We can't make a blanket.
I've had it. I've actually had
that's,
it.
no.
that's
I mean,
understandable.
it wouldn't be for me if the reason the client tried wasn't due to a staff. So somebody who's charged with the mental and physical well-being of this individual was doing things that made them think death was a better option. and that's why it pisses me off right now. Is like,
The hell was he doing?
okay, some of our clients, I gotta be very careful. I can lose my job if I talk about too much. I've gotten permission to talk about my work before from my employer because I did a couple streams about mental health care and the current state of it and where it came from and where it's going.
Yeah.
I got permission for that, and I have current permission to talk about that kind of stuff to try to
I mean,
raise a little
Farrad.
bit of
I mean,
awareness.
Farrad. For now, I really don't think it's kind of. I don't think it's worth the risk trying to describe the current situation.
I
No, I'm not going to describe the current situation, but this is an issue, a current issue that we are trying to combat in my company.
Say it in the form of a hypothetical, so that way
No,
it won't be legally
legitimately, places
have-
around the country are having this problem. This
I
is an
have-
important thing.
Yeah,
to say.
exactly. That's why I was saying if you were to say it in a hypothetical
Then
or
go
something
for
that's
it.
similar.
And there's cases of it, like when we get trained, a lot of places uses this one particular case. A little girl who was institutionalized was killed by staff by using a hold position that was supine, meaning she was laying on her back, and sitting on her, and it killed her. That's why a lot of companies have moved to using what we call the MANT system. It is a non-invasive system for restraining a client from causing harm to themselves or others around them. A lot of it is like a hug. I will give my clients and put them in a side body hold, and it is a hug. I am holding their arms to their sides. I am not restricting their chest so they can breathe. We are to never put them in a supine or a prone hold. You're never to hold them to a piece of furniture like a chair or couch. If they go to the floor, you let them go. You can only maintain the hold for 3 minutes, and we have to release the hold. There's a lot of stipulations and rules, and we have to document it every time we use it. Unfortunately, I had to use it a couple times at one of the homes I worked at. I hate using it. I fucking hate it. But it is non-invasive. I can tell you it's a much better system than what has been used in the past.
Huh. People like that would put in psychiatric places, my dude. They were tied up.
Yeah.
They were tied up.
Well,
they
I mean,
had
people
no
used to
way.
people used to beat people with sticks because they were mentally and
Retarded.
I'm using the actual term mentally retarded.
Well, actually, that's an outdated term.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, nobody
yeah,
cares.
but I'm meaning I'm trying to use the actual term for historical reference.
The talk.
Oh, historical reference: idiot, maniac,
Yep.
retarded, dysfunctional. Dysfunctional. is still used.
Hysteria.
Hysterical. Yeah, no. All of those
yes.
were actual medical terms.
Yeah,
Oh, I already
hysteria.
added.
Do psychopaths count?
Let me just
Yes.
add y'all. Or most of y'all. The people I'd speak to. Don't know you. 3 in the middle here. But I'm gonna go watch a movie now and just pass the fuck out.
Good for you, man. Go get you some sleep.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to stay awake. I'll probably wake up like when you guys are sleeping. That's the fun.
Have fun knocking yourself out then.
I'll
Yeah.
probably still be awake, to be honest.
No, no,
Knock, knock yourself out.
It would sound like this.
Okay, not that type of knock yourself out, but okay.
Nah, but because
Just out.
my head will be there and I just like poof, on the table. Just super interesting movie. Poof.
Well, don't crack the table. All right.
I'm more afraid to like. Nah, actually, I'm mostly afraid to cracking the table.
Well, as long as you don't drop that Hey.
Oh my god.
Stop. Don't do that. No.
See?
No.
Don't
No. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Cease and desist.
And I kinda don't. What?
Shut. No. No. Eh. Don't do
Not
it.
unless you got
Stop.
buns, hon.
Would anybody be mad if I hunted server troll down?
No.
I wouldn't.
Don't ask me. I barely know.
I mean,
the guy.
we do kind of need him for the for the people that are bullies that bully us in League of Legends, and then we just let Server Troll go in there. So he's
Excuse me?
Server Troll or Bully Hunter, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he doesn't need both his legs, does he? He doesn't
Oh,
need both his
well,
legs to play.
I guess you can do one leg, but just make sure not to do the hands.
No, I don't need hands or legs. I need fucking chopsticks.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Turn that off.
It was only 15 seconds, so it's allowed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is
fair
15
use.
seconds.
It doesn't matter.
It's in fair use, yeah?
No.
It does. Because that's how the copyright rules are. If it's not over 30,
No, that's a myth.
That is a
No.
myth. And Vash has already gotten a copyright claim for him playing Metroid.
Yeah.
They claim that shit for Metroid. How old is Metroid?
Over 40 years old.
It has to be
No.
over
It was
60.
Super Metroid.
Oh, Super Metroid, my bad.
Oh,
Wait,
Still.
I'm
thinking about the franchise itself.
I'm not allowed to use a remix then. That's allowed.
If you made the remakes, maybe. Yeah, sure. I was actually looking this up earlier because I was making
India.
I was making something and I was asking about some advice.
Thank you, whoever muted his ass.
That was me.
It's definitely not worth the risk.
He can talk when he can behave.
Mm-hmm.
So where did we left off to before we just started randomly talking about Dun.
Well, I mean, I was listening into what Sickness was saying.
We also, yeah.
I mean, like, I was talking about something and then we were talking about mental disorders.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about a bad time in fucking history. We can talk about the care of mental health patients.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Except Alucard. He expects all of them.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Like I said, except Alucard. He expected all of them.
Thank you.
Ow.
Did you know that in some facilities, people were unclothed, unwashed, ungroomed, and left in the sunrooms because they were out of space and they just kept taking people?
Yep.
No, is this the article? No, wrong one.
Fucking fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
The folly of human beings is we can treat other human beings poorly.
Not to mention
That will be our downfall eventually.
not to mention all of the physical and sexual abuse that went on in those places.
Oh yeah, of course that happened.
Yep.
Do we have any not apologists, but do we have any deniers, like Holocaust deniers? Do we have any of those people? Nah, they weren't treated that badly.
Nah, I'm just gonna say Holocaust approvers in here. Yes.
Holocaust. Do we approve of the Holocaust?
I mean,
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
As for their goal, they did a piss poor job of it. As stated by Suit Yourself on his stream when someone came in and asked if, about the extermination of the Jews and if we thought it was a good thing, to which Suit responded, they're not exterminated, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Betrayal,
if
guys.
we're gonna talk about Holocaust subjects, a while ago I've seen like some kind of article saying like 1.5% of people in US.
Oh yeah,
were,
goodbye.
Hey,
like,
server
they-
troll.
they're-
Server troll. My opinion of the Holocaust
No,
Is
no,
that-
I'm not.
is
no,
that
I mean, like,
some just cannot see.
Yeah, some
no,
are
no. What
fucking
I'm trying to say is that 1.5% of people doesn't even know what the Holocaust was. So,
Yeah. I can agree. I can probably believe that.
That's all right. 17% of inner city people think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
oh no.
Fucking kill me!
That's beautiful.
Chocolate milk from some brown cow.
Because it does come from brown cow.
What's funny? I was the first time I actually saw that conception was on PBS Kids. I was a
You're kidding
child
me.
when I watched this. Yes, it was a program where two kids were talking to each other. It's like oh, it was like where does chocolate milk come from? The kid was like, oh, they come from chocolate cows, and then it was like, no. What happens is that syrup is actually put in the milk, and then it was like, okay, and then now cut back to present day. I hear this going on. I'm like, kids
What the
know
fuck?
this shit. Why don't full-grown men know this and women? And like, why do full-grown men and women think the Earth is flat?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
There's a joke about eggs there, but I just can't think of it right now.
Why is it really that eggy?
Oh my Jesus fucking Christ.
Ow! That hurt my soul. Anyways, I'll be right back.
There was a
Someone
specific-
mute Server Troll. He's not allowed to talk anymore.
I was just
Put him in timeout. Server Troll, you're going in timeout. We'll talk to you later.
Is he in
okay,
timeout?
Here it is.
I didn't put him in
So
timeout.
concerning
Oh, okay.
copyright laws, here's a quick article that I looked up earlier. That comes out time, by the way. As a royalty-free music business, this article people are asked many questions about copyright. There are numerous people that believe that they can legally use up to 30 seconds of music without any legal repercussions and without having to seek clearance or license. Well, sorry to say that to be the bearer of bad news, this is simply not true and a bit of modern myth. Copyright law is complex and varies between different countries. U.S. copyright laws in particular has a fair use clause, whereas in the UK there is no such clause. This fair use copyright clause is misinterpreted by many who think that using up to 30 seconds of music is illegal. The fact is that any use of music needs to be cleared or licensed. Even where copyright law includes a fair use policy, the legal interpretation can vary considerably. For
Interesting.
instance, using a 10-second music clip as an intro to your podcast would probably not be classed as fair use, whereas a 10-second snippet to critique a piece of music may seem as fair use in copyright law. So unless you're going to, unless there's like a main legal purpose to use a clip, don't use it. Unless you have permission from the person who made it, or if you actually made some.
Well, you see, I actually had permission from Bombs Away to use one of their tracks, and it was the artist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Then there's no problem with that. There should be no copyright. There should be no legal action concerning copyright against you if you got permission from the creator.
yeah, but at the same time, they decided to.
If they
Do it.
revoked it, then you can just put that under the clause that people are being dicks.
Yeah, I mean,
Vash, where do I go? Vash, where do I go? Someone's already claimed top and mid. Where do I go?
you want to do jungle or do you want to do ADC?
I can do ADC. Fiddlesticks.
Not fiddle.
Alright,
I
I'm
can
back.
do Brand. I can bully bottom lane with Brand. pretty
Try
good.
using Jin.
Who?
Jin. He's free.
Dude. Fuck it. I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but okay.
Just build what you need to and fake it till you make it.
Build a wall. I wonder how that's going.
But
I probably would have been more successful with Brand.
the thing is we did get permission from them, but we still got a copyright claim.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you can fight that and win in court. Well,
It was a
then I
claim,
guess-
not a strike.
Okay, then.
So
Then you can, you can still get it. Like where was this at? YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
okay, then this might take longer. You know, you can still try to get it revoked and all that, but you know, YouTube being YouTube, it will take a while, and then they'll come out and say, "Oh, it was just an automatic mistake made by the algorithm."
Mm-hmm.
Like, if all of this was the actual algorithm, oh, and I think you can actually see whether or not it was manual or automatic. If the algorithm messes up so much, why is it used on the website? Like, can't they use their YouTube? They can make a separate environment where they can kind of like a community testing like server or whatever. They can basically have somewhere away from the general public where they don't get exposed to this bullshit.
Well, the thing is I was also thinking that it was going to be somebody that was going to think that I was going to dox my name. And I was like, nope, I'm Vash Lancet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not getting any information. Sorry. I don't mind if my first name's dropped on stream occasionally, because I do have people that I play, like, you know, I play with that know me, like, you know, real life type of thing. But, like, whenever it comes to my last name, no. No, no. No, no, no.
No. Yeah. Plus, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, if a few billion people who have your first name.
Exactly. Like, you know.
Chances are, I don't know your
Yeah.
first name, so I don't
To
know
be
how
fair,
common it is.
I would be pretty safe if my first name got dropped on stream. You drop my last name, though. I live in a very German town. I would be screwed, because I would be the one Polak in the German town with my last name.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like because you're Jewish?
No, because I'm Polish.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonna.
I'm a funny name. So look, I'm Polak and I'm Native American.
Well,
How the
no,
hell did
that's
that happen?
Lux. Well, you were flying around like Jonna.
Oh, shoot, I lost my place.
Oh, look at you dancing.
I'm
Wait, do it
dancing
again.
too.
Okay, you're over it. Yep. Okay. Now the thing about Jin that you should know is that it's stacks of 4. Stacks of 4 is his key. And you like the way that Fiddle's crows go, right?
Yeah.
That's the way he does his little bounce thing. You'll get it. Just yeah. I have a feeling I wouldn't suggest that champ if I didn't think that you would you know.
Play it.
Yeah.
Remember the time in YouTube history where people's review videos were being taken down because they were not even they were like handheld recording.
Are you talking about like the where's the fair use times?
It was a little bit before that. It was you know, people are reviewing a movie, they're just holding, you know, they're using their phone cameras to basically say, oh, okay, we just came back from the movie, and yeah, we think it was good, it was bad.
Oh yeah, that was like what?
I think the most prominent example was Film Critic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those guys.
Well, Darko Sharko, if you haven't seen him, is actually really good at criticizing film as well. Mm-hmm. And your movie sucks. I listened to their podcast.
Yeah, it was actually along the lines of Doug Walker and Nostalgia Critic, but like it's not exactly him, but he does collabs with him once in a while. I keep forgetting his name.
I'd just like to say, if if you're watching this right now, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It
Yeah.
helps us out.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
it does.
you do.
It does help a lot.
What's in your head? In your head? Someday.
Alright, let's see here. got all of my level 3, so I can get boots.
I just can't wait to redo my avatar. I've had this avatar for like 3 years.
Huh.
Although the one I had before that, people have constantly confused for a Ninja Turtle, even though it was a jack-o'-lantern with yellow flames coming out of its head.
There was
Oh,
a
no, it was green.
there was a dated there was like a really dated meme for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it said girls like guys who eat out, and I was like, I couldn't help but laugh at that. It was like, wow, the 70s did not give any fucks, like 0.
Nope, they never did.
I mean, just look at He-Man.
Oh yeah. So have you thought about getting into podcasting, Neo?
This is kind of a podcast.
Okay.
Like, we do this like nightly and play video games while we talk, and we pretty much just talk about whatever's relevant, or if somebody comes in and they want to talk about something, then, you know, we let them say their piece, I guess.
Speaking of things that are relevant,
Oh.
Italy has closed its ports to refugees from North Africa.
But have they seen the rain?
Don't do that. No, bad, Dargun, bad,
But have they
Bad.
seen? Have they seen
bad
it?
Dargun.
Have they seen the rain? Have they seen the rain?
Don't make me get a rolled up newspaper, bad Dargun.
They haven't seen the rains in Africa.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the rains in Italy because Africa is not.
Well, I mean, the thing is they're not allowing the people from Africa because they haven't seen the rain in Africa. See
Yeah,
what
that
I did
makes
there?
Yeah. It was a total reference. Yeah,
Got
then
a
there's
million of them.
Austria thing. Then there's that Austria debacle,
Yeah.
if you can even call it that.
We also currently have an Alabama story as well. And we've been hearing about a lot of Florida stories, so...
Florida man.
Yeah, Florida man. Florida monkey was the one that we had last.
It
But
was
this,
a couple of streams ago.
yeah. This time though we have an Alabama.
Yeah, a Alabama University of West Alabama, is censoring students by telling them that they cannot post mean texts. They can't send mean texts, I mean.
Define mean.
That's an important distinction to make. Thank you for making it. Define mean.
Yeah.
They did not define it. They did not define what mean meant.
Of course they did.
So basically anything that's taken as probably anything that can be taken as offensive is banned.
Offensive.
That's offensive.
That hurt my fifis.
Your
Yeah.
very presence offends my Lord and Savior, Baphomet.
You hurt my fifis, and I'm offended that you're offended.
I also made a reference to that crazy Arby's guy. Have you seen that video?
Yeah. The one that he shows up on like every single news media outlet somehow.
Yeah. I have just come to praise my Lord and Savior, Baphomet.
Yeah. He also like he goes into like I didn't take your Sears model call Mrs. Whoever. Leave me alone. Like, yeah, he's fucking. I have an anime. It's called Brother Sister. It's about a brother and a sister, and they fuck. It's like the person just kind of sat there and just stared. Like, what? I've been trying to troll people into thinking that that's an actual anime. Sadly, there isn't enough background stuff on it to fool people into making them think that.
Oh, I'm sure there's at least one out there. Them Japanese fuckers, they're weird.
Yeah.
Co-president of BC Flyer.
But what was happening in Alabama though?
They're telling students not to send mean tweets under their cyberbullying and cyber harassment policy.
You know how counterproductive that kind of thing is?
Yeah, they're basically just being stupid pricks.
Fucking dumbasses.
Like
Yeah, basically.
anti-cyberbullying movement, in fact, the entire idea is very counterproductive. It's kind of like the same thing that made, we mentioned this earlier, the bully hunters. It's very counterproductive because if you're doing all of these things to combat bullies, that just empowers them. It does not make them like, it does not make them fuck off, you know. It's, in fact, it's quite the opposite because they see their victims not strong enough to do things themselves, so that makes them a bigger target. You know, it's like fight fire with fire, and it just makes a bigger fire. Although that is not true, but instance, like, you know,
Whoa!
people have constantly said, you know, you can't. Not all people though. They say like you can't.
Well, yeah, obviously it's never not all,
Yeah,
or it's always not all.
I think like a good rule in life is like you always have to imagine or expect every single thing that goes on has a gray area, no matter how simple it sounds. Like for instance, plenty of people have said, "Oh, you can't stop a bad guy with a gun with a good guy with a gun."
Oh, sure you can.
Yeah, I'm saying like, have you read the CDC reports? You know, they're between 300,000, 500,000, or to like millions and millions of cases where that same exact situation happened. Although there are different varieties of it, but it still ended up with the criminal was defeated, the good guy had a gun, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, the only way that that a bad guy can lose whenever he has a gun is whenever we make laws against them having guns. Because if you make it illegal, then only criminals use them.
Yeah, they just don't get that. We've been saying it for decades, ever since this you know, ever since the first mass shooting, well, there is no such thing as a first mass shooting in America. That happens all the time, but the first big coverage of it, ever since then, we've been saying that, and no one wants to listen. They know it to be true, but they are just, it's just cognitive dissonance is everywhere.
I'm sorry. Look into your heart, for you know it is true. If anybody catches that reference.
I have heard some people talking about that reference and laughing their asses off, and like, well, if it's making them this obnoxious,
Star Wars,
I'm
dude.
not gonna,
Star Wars.
I'm not gonna check it out.
Your lifeblood ebbs.
It's what Vader says to Luke.
Yep.
Sorry, you were cutting out. I can't hear you. What?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, you're good.
It's what Vader says to Luke. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm a nerd. Thought we'd already determined that.
I
Yeah,
should have
I-
ignited them. I didn't ignite. I used a smite. And I thought that that would have killed them, but it didn't. Oh well.
Come play with me.
Oh boy.
I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Okay.
And Q. I'm about to ult.
I got fucking raped, dude.
They knocked me all the way back here with Kit Kat.
I'm guessing the shield channels are all.
Oh,
all like
thank you,
that.
Kit Kat. You noticed that, did you?
What, that ult?
Yeah. Noticed a lot. Yeah, well, guess what, motherfucker? I don't know what I'm doing.
Come play with me.
Who would have thunk it? It's a champion I've never played before. It tends to happen.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, and since you mentioned that monkey story, a Russian YouTube prankster is facing charges of animal cruelty after he recorded a chimpanzee smoking a bowl of that perfectly legal tobacco.
Ah, yeah. Not even once.
Quick question. Well, it's not really a question. It's kind of a question, but so for many different bands, with many different albums with many different types of cover art, and they all have a consistent logo nonetheless. Have you ever seen one as wild as this one? It's in the Lancet lobby.
1 second. I'm currently
Roll.
gaming.
You will find it afterwards.
Yeah.
But for those who are not in
But whoever's not gaming, Gunslinger, you can give me like what it looks like.
What looks like?
I put it in the Lancet lobby, and I don't think there's a real local meter is, but it's going to be very hard to describe it.
I'm not sure what the hell I'm looking at.
Most people aren't, but fortunately, there was someone who has told me, so that's what it says.
Alright, let's take a look.
Is this some kind of code?
It's a Hold on, my.
It's a demonic chant. It's the devils.
It's yeah, I found it. Never mind. Here it is. It stands for that. You may or may not want to read it out loud because of YouTube.
Well, lovely.
I need to stop looking at that freaking image. It's gonna get. Oh.
I can take it off if you want.
No, you can leave it up there. Just I had to click off of it because I'm sick and stuff like that. It'll make me puke.
That was amazing.
Well, this isn't that kind of joke, but that is what she said.
Is it? Is it what she said? Help me
But
out.
who's the she in this case? That's the question.
That would be you. Because
I'm not a she though, so stinky on you, asshole.
What are you? Oh my, what the hell? What are you?
Oops.
What are you?
What am I?
I'm a busboy at Denny's. What's it to you?
How lewd can I be, Bash? Because you know my responses to these questions. Do I need to behave myself?
Yeah, I guess.
Damn it. Okay, I'll behave.
Let's find some friends.
So, anyone fatigued from talking about Infinity War?
Infinity War. Yeah, sure, we can talk about it.
I haven't seen it yet.
But first, what's your thoughts in the Gamergate chick being in DC?
Anita?
Marvel.
No.
No, she's writing for DC's Vertigo Comics.
Oh, she is writing for DC, isn't she? I thought it was
Who in
fucking.
particular? Which individual are we speaking of? Whose name shall we slander?
Zoe
it was-
Quinn.
Yeah, Zoe Quinn.
She's like the second most person I hate.
Yeah, she's in DC now.
I mean, that's kind of par for the course. The DC is kind of failing anyway, thanks to Justice League.
Well, I mean, I just wonder why, whenever we've already seen what feminism went into
Marvel.
yeah, Marvel.
I just had myself ass backwards. Don't mind me.
Well, I think if
Batman's my favorite Marvel character, you know?
owned by Sony.
I swear to God, a woman ever says, "Oh, Batman's my favorite Marvel character, my favorite Avenger," I swear to God, it's pow, straight to the fucking moon. I don't give a shit. It's boom, one-way trip, bitch.
What are these days?
Oh shit, dude.
So you can.
I want some pound cake. Can I have some pound cake? Sure you can. Oh, Decker Shadows. Name. Sorry, I kind of butchered it.
What about Decker Shadow?
Oh, I was talking about the whole film review thing.
Oh, yeah. You kind of look like him too.
Really?
Yeah, the long hair, the kind of goatee-ish mustache and little soul patch. You kind of look like him.
Oh, that wasn't really the. Guess I might have to shave my goatee now. But I
Do not throw your fucking goatee, so help me fucking Christ, I will cut your head off.
You know, I think, you know, the...
But am I the internet personality with the best hair? Or is he?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. But,
on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, this happens. It's like, oh, well, okay. Well, no, I don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I think
guys.
the Disney Star Wars, mostly with like The Last Jedi and Solo and stuff, they're going to set a precedence for future action movies to come because we're basically, we the fans, if things go the way they have been going over the past couple
God
of
damn it,
months,
I'm dead.
we the fans are going to be making an example out of people like Kennedy and Abrams and all the idiots underneath them. Because,
Oh, I mean, J.J. Abrams isn't really that bad.
yeah, at first, you know, he did have plenty of good ideas leading up to The Last Jedi. You know, he started off, you know, the first half of the new trilogy, it was okay, you know, it was off on a fairly good foot, but then they ruined it by the time they got to The Last Jedi. Or actually with The Last Jedi and then on to Solo.
So, so you thought that The Last Jedi wasn't a good one?
It was by far the worst.
Like, why? Because they
by-
directly, like, mocked it, or...
For quite a few reasons, you know, even from a movie standpoint, it did not seem, it was very lackluster and in fact kind of insulting to the audience's intelligence. And it was bad as a Star Wars movie, which that is a fairly high standard to miss. But, you know.
Well, I mean, we do have the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it was worse than the Phantom Menace. And
You're saying that it was worse than the Phantom Menace?
Yes,
Okay, what are some of the redeemable qualities of the Phantom Menace that that had over The Last Jedi?
Let's see. Darth Maul as a character, he seemed fairly cool and all, although, like, you know, story-wise, it was kind of stupid here and there. The Duel of the Fates was freaking kick-ass, and let's see. That was pretty much it. Everything else was either meh or dumb. I can't find anything on the level of that with The Last Jedi. Rose Tico is the new Jar Jar Binks, except she's freaking worse. And
But Jar Jar, everybody loves Jar Jar.
no one likes Jar Jar.
No one twerks like Jar Jar.
Misa thinks you're an asshole.
Misa don't care. But anyways, I don't like. There's so many things I want to talk about The Last Jedi. I just don't know where to start.
Start at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning. Oh shit! There's so much stuff to talk at the beginning. So first off with Poe, that both Poe and the Imperial Commander, I forgot his freaking name. They were both very. It was very stupid. Like the whole entire opening thing they did with the dialogue back and forth. Sure, they were trying to be funny, but even in Star Wars, you know, the commanders were, and in the war, the Imperial commanders were ruthless. They gave no fucks. And this guy was so incompetent that he just had let it drag on and on and on for, what, 30, 40 seconds?
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's a whole part where all the turrets were missing when he was going around to destroy them. And then there were the freaking bomb carriers. Goddamn, I hate the bomb carriers. They were so close to the spacecraft, and gravity doesn't work like that in space. If they were like magnetic and stuff, yeah, sure, but
Yeah, I didn't understand that part.
yeah, and if someone all of a sudden comes around and said, "Oh, they were just magnetic. They stuck to the spot to the hull," I'm like, okay, one, why didn't they show that? Two, why do they fall in like handfuls of clumps while they're
In
flying
clusters.
In clusters, yes, and very close to the super carrier. And yeah, and it turned out like despite all of the turrets being destroyed, the bombers get destroyed anyway because they were like weak as shit for one, and two, like all of finally the Empire can hit something. Oh, sorry, not the Empire. The First Order can hit something with their freaking TIE fighters. And those TIE fighters don't look that much different. And,
Yeah.
then there's a whole, I'm sure people have talked to death about this, is basically the commanders of the Rebel Alliance, or yeah, basically the rebels. Are they called something else in Russia? Like the resistance? It's the same thing, but who's counting now? So yeah, there's a whole bit where they kept secrets from their officers, even though it's very basic strategic stuff. And like with the chain of command, is that if you want your men to perform to the best of their ability, you at least give them the lay of the land, so to speak, as a term.
Yeah.
You let them know the basics of what they need to do. Like you can tell your man, like for instance, if I was that commander, I was like, okay, we're actually going to go and hide at a base that's not far from here. I don't have to tell that person what that base is or where it is at. That way, that person doesn't exactly tell us where we would be going, so that if the person was a traitor or was to defect, they wouldn't be able to know where we're going. But also, there's that one thing, it's like when the First Order is chasing them, apparently they can jump in and out of a space, but they can't have engines powerful enough to chase down smaller ships. And on top of that, those same said ships are traveling at the same speed. This does not make any sense. And also, there was that someone actually talked about this on YouTube. I forgot who it was, but when they fired cannons, I didn't notice this at first because it happened too fast. When they fired cannons, they arc, like a sniper bullet. They go up and then they arc all the way down until they hit you. Again, that brings gravity into space. There is no gravity in space. Otherwise.
But yeah, there is. That's why they have the ability to pull down so much.
Pull down.
Yeah, because there's a down in gravity. Now look, you need to be re-educated.
You know what gravity is? Gravity is an invisible force that an object has on other objects. The bigger the object is, the greater the pull it has. Compared to the rest of the energies in the universe, it's not that strong. There is no up and down in space. Up and down is a concept that we, the humans, have compared to the gravitational pull of the Earth. So our up is the pull away from the object, which is the planet.
And that's why I can go into Ender's Game and kind of give a chuckle at that film.
Actually, I was about to mention that Ender's Game did a really good job of pointing that out.
Yeah, how gravity works.
How space works. There is no up or down. There is no cardinal direction in space. Is essentially what was explained in the book and in the film.
Yeah.
There's actually a sequel to Ender's Game in novel form. If you liked Ender's Game, I would suggest reading it.
Yeah, it's or use Audible, but we're not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored by any company or author.
Yeah. So in order for that sniper bullet crap to work from the carrier, you have to have some massive objects underneath it, underneath the ships, like pulling on them, and none of those existed. There's no nearby planet, no atmosphere. And the same would apply. You know, I mentioned, you know, a gravitational pull happens when there's an object nearby. You have the pull. That same thing will happen with the pull of the bombs and the super carrier. What was it called? Destroyer, Behemoth. I forgot. You know, the super battle carrier. It's not
The Structo Beam 5000. That's what.
Although, yes, sure, it's massive, but it still does not have a strong enough gravitational pull to yank clusters upon clusters of, I'm willing to guess, around 40 to 50 pound bombs. You know, it wouldn't pull it that quickly, and I mean that consistent of. You know,
I never understood the whole bomb dropping. I thought that they were gonna work it like torpedoes.
Yeah. Like torpedoes took down the freaking.
Come here, Vash.
Yeah, sure, they
There you
had a
go.
weak spot, but it was still a very big weak spot. It was ginormous, and two torpedoes took them out. Yeah, there's like you know, I have very basic rudimentary understanding of space, and even I knew that crap doesn't happen. You know, and in other movies, in Star Wars, they have taken space into effect. You know, not only in the movies, but also in the Clone Wars, the shows and stuff. But I cannot be bothered to go look for specific examples because that could take a while.
Could you move your mic a little bit closer to your mouth? Your sound a little bit.
Okay, so I would, but that would actually be in my way. So I'm going to turn up my gain instead. How does this sound?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. You should probably tell me if I'm like talking too loud.
Little bit too loud, but it's still better.
Make up your fucking mind, Vash. Damn, dude.
Well,
how about now?
There we go. There we go. All right. I was just watching the needles. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not me. It's the needles. The audio mixer.
Excuse me. I have not a preamp. What's the audio interface? I have an audio interface that I use to control the amount of volume my microphone picks up. So if I can't move, I used to have my microphone on a boom arm, but that's been having mixed results. I just put it on a stand, so I can't move it any closer to me. Otherwise, it'd be in the way of my feet and all that other stuff. So yeah, on a technical and like you don't have to be. It's science fiction. You don't have to be 125% exact physics compared to real life application. But at the same time, you can't do something as obviously false as having bombs drop in space. You know, even back like my 13-year-old self would be able to say that shit doesn't work. You know. I'm sure I don't know if my niece has seen it. If I asked her, have you seen the parts where the bombs drop in space? And I would ask her, you know, do bombs fall in space? I am like 80 to 95% sure she would say no. You know, and she's only what? Not even 11. But anyways, that idiocy aside, there's so many other things that Cantina Planet was unnecessary. Oh yeah, Rey being a Mary Sue. If there's anything I hate more is a perfect character. I hate perfect characters.
Now, how was Rey a Mary Sue?
Okay, so less than a couple weeks before the events of The Last Jedi, she didn't even know what the Force was. She thought it was a myth. And all of a sudden, she can beat Luke fucking Skywalker, a Jedi Master.
Yeah, they do that a lot though in the Star Wars series.
Yeah. if you're going to use the case of with Luke himself, you're gonna be like, oh, when he was young, he barely knew what the Force was and all that stuff, but he beat Darth Vader. He had.
But you have to admit the nod of him succumbing to the dark side which was in the book as well, except it was ployed differently.
What? Okay, so was it a canon? Was it canon? I need to know for sure. Was it canon?
As a book where he turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turned out that who was it? Fucking the Emperor. He had a clone all along, and it shows him.
I
And
remember reading a comic about this years ago. Yeah, the Emperor having a clone. There was a comic about that, but I can't remember what it was. Like what issue or which series.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Alright. Fucking computer's lagging like hell.
Sorry to hear that. Rest in peace. But still, it's kind of comparing apples to oranges because there are the movies and there are the books, both of which have different authors. And I'm comparing like The Last Jedi, and they have the same exact, like there is like, you know, the extended universe and all that other stuff. It's because The Last Jedi is supposed to be a continuation of the original trilogy. In the original trilogy, sure, Luke had no experience as a Jedi or anything like that, and had no knowledge of the Force. But after he did learn, he actually had some training. It may be a little rudimentary. It was not as extensive as training as a Jedi temple but it was training nonetheless. And he learned from possibly the most powerful Jedi Master that ever existed, Master Yoda, and also Obi-Wan. That is still training nonetheless, and it was enough to have. And even then, when he first went up against Darth Vader, he got his hand cut off and he jumped off a freaking ledge.
yeah, that is true.
First time around was not fun.
Yeah.
And
So what do you think about it, Ferret?
I think there's a lot of flaws. I think that's a really good one that you point out. The whole flawless character thing.
Mhm.
I think character flaws are really, really important to create good characters.
Yeah.
And, you know, even characters having a vice. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking...
A darker side of the character, not really the dark side of the Force, but
Yeah, no,
on top
just
of
just
sorry.
just something that they need. Something that they really want, really need, that might not necessarily be a good thing.
Yeah, something that speaks to the audience that at the very, like, they have something very basic yet crippling as a human. They need to say to other humans, "I am humans."
I am humans.
Yeah, but
I do the real emotions.
the Force is not even the only thing that she's a Mary Sue at. She barely even touched the Millennium Falcon. You know, it was, and plus hasn't moved in decades. And all of a sudden she pulls out parts that somehow make it work because plot. And
Yeah. Not to
And
mention the bitch got plot armor for fucking days.
yeah, and she's like, I don't know, like, I bypass the compressor, like, wipe that smile off your face before I whack it off with a freaking stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, to be fair, to play devil's advocate a little bit, I mean, Annie could drive a fucking speeder.
yeah,
like-
but he's a little shit. No one likes him.
Annie is a little shit, but still, Annie could drive a speeder. Apparently, speeders are
Yeah,
one
but
of the harder things to pilot, too,
Yeah.
and he was a child.
though I can't believe I'm actually standing up to a prequel plot, but they have established beforehand that Anakin he is a prodigy when it comes to droids
Force.
and electronics
Yeah.
and all those other things. He actually is
And also the
gifted.
Force.
Yeah, in the Force, they explained that he is actually gifted. They did not really do that with Rey when they first showed her.
No.
She was nothing but a scavenger. She was nothing in the grand scale of things.
She would be considered what Jedis would call Force sensitive.
Force sensitive, exactly. Like, sure, she was sensitive.
They
but-
explain this in some of the games.
Yeah.
Knights of
if
the Old Republic, specifically.
Yeah, like if any Force sensitive can all of a sudden be so good, at the Force. Like,
Yeah,
to an
that's some
extent, they
bullshit.
did this. To an extent, they did this with another Force sensitive, but it's still very dumb. Another
Yeah.
Force sensitive that exists in these movies is fill in the blank.
Who is it?
Midichlorians.
No, shut up. Isn't it fucking Finn? Finn's
No.
force sensitive.
Okay. I'm not actually talking about Finn. I'm talking about Princess Leia.
Well, yeah, Princess Leia's force
Yeah,
sensitive. It
she's
runs
force
very
sensitive.
strongly in her family.
She is force sensitive, and we don't even know how exactly when it comes to the movies. We don't know exactly how much force, like how strong she is in the force. And
Until this last fucking movie.
Yeah, and they did not show her have any training, any meditation, none of that stuff. In fact, if we get the impression that she has avoided that altogether, like to avoid the part to avoid the very thing that has turned her brother into a Jedi Master and has turned her father into the most violent, the most
Vile.
dangerous Sith Lord that ever existed for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Yeah, and also.
Yeah, but meeting like the Jedi Masters like Yoda and shit, you can't possibly believe that shit didn't rub off on her.
Plus, she was around for her brother's training too.
Did they show that in the movies?
I would imagine she would have been around for some of it at least and interacted with him while he was training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that a lot of people who actually go to see Last Jedi have never seen a Star Wars movie in their life.
And that's depressing though, because then
Yeah.
they're liking it and not
So-
knowing that it's not.
In the movie's defense, I'll be like, why is this the first one you're seeing? That's like the worst thing you can do when it comes to going to a movie, is that if there is material available to get yourself familiar with the movie you're going to watch.
But one thing that J.J. Abrams.
No, hold on. I have a great point on this. Actually, I had a friend who had never seen any of the Star Wars movies, and I told her to watch the originals first, and she hated it. She hated the new one. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bash. I just wanted to make that point because that was
one good, excellent fucking scene that they did that had redeeming qualities to me was in Rogue One, the Vader scene.
Yeah.
You understand he had to turn his life support off to do that. To be that menacing, he had to turn his breathing off, like everything.
Yeah.
Those lights are indicator lights.
Yeah, for the Rogue One movie, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It may be a bad movie, although I did not analyze it that much. In comparison to The Last Jedi, it's fine, But there were two things I did like it, but this is more of a very subjective standpoint. Is that, yeah, sure, two of the redeeming qualities of it, if it was like terrible, it would be, yes, the Darth Vader scene, and two, the droid companion. I keep forgetting what his name is, but I kind of like him as a character because he's so he is so I would say stoic, but sarcastic and kind of a badass. Sometimes I wish that he lasted, so that we can get to see more of that.
And a point that I wanted to make earlier, but I didn't want to talk over anybody, and it wasn't that important to talk over, like, get it out, but dark side training, like dark side of the Force training, is a life or death training method. So I mean, we know canon that Force abilities and can be amplified and accessed in life or death situations also.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I mean, that could be something that can be said about the whole, being shot into fucking space and moving yourself back using the Force. I mean, we don't know what's going on in her head.
You either get better or you get dead.
It can also be a negative. We don't know what the character is thinking. We should, in order to relate with the character and to root for her.
Yeah, I mean, she could have been, willing it so that she can't die. She can't die. It's not time, you know. That would have been a very interesting time to have an interior monologue in her voice. Like,
Yeah, and they also could have. That reminds me that they also, you know, I said earlier in the grand scheme of things, she was her occupation was nothing. You know, she was just a scavenger. And then in the Last Jedi is that they, you know, she like one of her main plot points of that movie was to find out who her parents were. They ended up being nobody. I'm like, that was a very, very missed opportunity. You know, but they need like that was the last line of defense to give her something to. I mean, they might actually. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But it was the last line of defense to give her something like a redeeming point of why she is so goddamn good at what she does. For some reason.
And you could have even tied it into and made it a big thing with an interior fucking battle going on in her with dark side and light, and go back to like the roots of Star Wars with it, and been like, she's descended from a fucking Sith Lord or something, and make it a big deal about she doesn't want to use the Force now.
She is Snoke's granddaughter or something. But
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but then I would have to imagine Snoke having sex, and then I would not think for like ever. But anyway,
well, not even Snoke. Like, it could have been somebody that's from the fucking comics or book that isn't widely known.
I was joking about that part. Oh, would that be awesome if she was a descendant of Revan?
That's my point, though. Like,
but that's the thing; they have totally killed that opportunity. Or
they have, unfortunately.
Well, unless they, you know, they come back to that and just say, oh, you know, they were just saying, oh, the Force was just fucking with you, or what's his name? Kylo Ren was just fucking with you, and they said, oh, they were just nothing, you know. Well, like they think that they were nothing, but they're actually something, you know. Like they have to go
or
through. Or
Kylo Ren is jealous.
Yeah, like they can go through a whole lot of mental gymnastics to kind of correct the wrong that they have done at this point. If they were to go,
dude, I would be totally okay if it turned out that she's descended from a Sith Lord. Kylo Ren's jealous because his father was part of the Resistance and all that, and lied to her and fucking tried to throw her off base. You know, like that would be okay in my mind. Like,
yeah, or
that would be okay.
Or maybe Kylo Ren actually knows or found out about her heritage, and then at the end he was, you know, trying to bring her on his side so that he can have the power of whatever her lineage is, you know, if it's a good lineage.
and wield her like a weapon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have almost a Emperor Palpatine Vader situation going on with that too.
All over again. Also,
yeah.
Well, I mean, he did kill off the
Emperor of the time. It's like there are so many mirroring plot points and moments from the original trilogy that it made me start pulling my hair out. Like, you know, going off to see a Jedi Master in the middle of nowhere to go train. You know, coming back, and
to be fair, I did like Yoda burning down. Yeah, I did like that part. I liked it. Yoda was like, "Fuck this shit, dude."
Yeah,
fuck the books.
I've got a theory.
That brings another big issue. Since when can ghosts call down fucking lightning? Since when can they interact with the physical world? That changes a lot of things. That changes how we think of how the Force works.
I've got a theory. I don't think Luke's dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe he teleported.
No. Listen. In that scene, what don't you hear? Metal hitting rock. His hand's not part of his physical form. Isn't flesh and blood, so it wouldn't ascend to the Force. What if Luke was just projecting his form onto that island like he was when he was fucking around with Kylo Ren?
So he would be projecting his form onto the island that's also projecting his form onto the salt planet.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
Hey, why don't you ask Mark Hamill, because he was the one that fucking said this shit.
Mark Hamill is distraught on what they did with his character. He admitted it himself. He did not like what they were making, like what decisions they were making concerning his character. I can pull up interviews of him doing that.
It's still a plot hole, though.
Like regardless of theories of how you're trying to cut it, the fact that we're even asking questions about this means that they did not do a very good job with this.
Yeah, if this was supposed to tie certain things up, it's not doing a good job of it at all.
Yeah, you think? I mean, you kill off Luke, everybody's favorite fucking Jedi. I don't care who the fuck you are, you love Luke.
Well, I did like how the nod back from the comics of Luke going to the dark side. I did like the fact that it shows that it's not necessarily dark or light. It's pretty much a balance of the two.
Yeah, there was a part about this in the Clone Wars show. I was kind of
being
excited.
a Grey Jedi.
Yeah, I was kind of excited to actually. I watched snippets of it. I was excited to see the whole episodes of those things, but now that I'm going back slowly, mind you, going back to watching the Clone Wars, it's taken a while. I haven't even went past season 2 yet.
If I may point this out, Snoke is a little bitch. Do you know why?
I know. Yes, yeah. I'll let you explain it, but I know what you mean.
Kylo Ren striking down his father does nothing for him. Yeah, and when it comes to dark side training, you're supposed to strike your master down.
Yeah, that's like the thing that you have to like.
Which is one of the reasons why whenever everybody was sitting there like, yeah, he did it. I was like, no, you don't understand.
Bash, your volume's really high, just so you know. At least on my end. So it makes it hard when he.
Yeah, I can't tell because I took half my headphones off for some reason. I'll put it back on.
Well, yeah, it's
it's just his volume completely overpowers yours. I don't know about the stream because I have it muted, but at least on my end.
Yeah, in his defense, I'm not talking as loudly as I should be because it is currently almost 2:40 in the morning for me.
But yeah, it's like yeah, he did it, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. He did it. Like that's a no-no.
Like that did nothing for him except kill Han Solo off. Like that's all it did.
Snoke, they didn't show this. Okay, they kind of did a little here and there. Snoke was the most powerful Sith Lord that we have seen when it comes to the movies, the main trilogy movies. Like we know how strong Palpatine and Vader are because we have some extensive lore knowledge on their characters, but introducing Snoke out of the gate, he is strong as shit. He was literally playing games with Rey when in the throne room scene. Then all of a sudden he cannot notice, even if you're not force sensitive, let alone a very powerful Sith Lord, you can see with the corner of your vision. Although I have to doubt Snoke's vision because of his fucked up eyes. Noticing the lights movement and the peripherals of your vision.
He would feel it.
Yeah, and plus he would also feel it in the Force because he is supposed to be very strong. He threw around a First Order commander from space. How can he not notice a lightsaber moving right next to him?
He was probably. I think the scene was more like he was too in the moment. He was thinking that it was he was gonna that Kylo Ren was gonna strike her.
Yeah, that was the thing. That can happen if you were a noob.
No, even professionals can get caught up into the moment of seizing their victory, because the original the Empire and they were kind of inspired by a 2-year-old. Like that's mine, or I'm gonna be able to do this, kind of thing. So
I can agree with that.
Well, to
I
be
go.
fair, the Emperor kind of had some pre-existing control before that because remember he was the Chancellor of the Republic.
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah.
I got one question. How the hell are they gonna do episode what? What is it, 9?
9, yeah.
When Carrie Fisher's dead? How the fuck are they gonna do that?
The same way they finished The Last Jedi.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but Snoke is so mentally intact that he was able to do long-range connection between Rey and Ren. So if he's that concentrate, then how can he fuck up the lightsaber
Yeah. What the fuck?
from light years away, mind you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I was saying, man, he might be getting caught up in that moment. Like he's sitting there and he's thinking that, oh,
He's
you're
won.
going to, yeah,
It's over. We get cocky like that in League. I mean, it's happened where we'll start doing poorly because we're like, oh, we've won this. It's over.
your guard is down. You think, oh well, we've already won, you know.
Nice segue
That
into
okay. So
gaming now.
why? So how could Snoke be so excited over Rey dying? She is nothing to him. Like he literally threw her around like a rag doll.
Unless he can sense that she is the undoing of him.
Yeah.
That would be the only
And-
reason.
And he's correct in assuming that because she was. But I believe it also made a more powerful Darth or Sith Lord in Kylo Ren.
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
But I personally don't really like Kylo Ren right now. He's a bit of a whiny bitch.
He is, for someone who's supposed to be fucking, you know, the next hit thing in the fucking Empire, dude.
He just seems like he's that angsty teenager. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, God, Mom,
and Dad.
screw you, get out of my room.
Yeah,
Like,
get out my fucking room.
Sounds
You know.
about right.
Like, that's how I picture Kylo Ren. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that, though.
But,
You know, when The Force Awakens was coming out, when it was advertised, and they first show Kylo Ren with his cross saber, first of all the reactions of like, "Oh, that's impossible!" But you know, aside from that stupid shit, you know, people were actually getting kind of excited because the the focusing crystals were unstable. You can tell by how unstable the lightsaber looked. So that would give off so many people are coming up with theories on what this person is, what his background is, and what his motives are. And some of the ideas they came out with was so freaking awesome to think about, because we can. I'm gonna come up with something that is a mixture of what these theories are, and I'm so sad that these didn't actually come up in the main story.
Jar Jar being the Sith Lord.
No. But so the fact that it would take some training and or equipment to refine your crystal to make your saber stable, then so the fact that it's unstable would give off that either this person has no training or it has a lack of equipment. So that would theoretically, this person could be like an outcast of sorts that's coming into the light, and for vengeance or what have you. And the fact that the lightsaber is not just one one blade or even two blades from both sides like Darth Maul, it's formed like a medieval style sword. So that would give off a more wild, like wild and brutal theme to it. You know, this person is so out of control and is, you know, infused with the dark side that he just doesn't care. And you know, you know what I'm trying to say. He's like very ferocious in his approach.
And then we get the tearing up the console scene.
You're like, nope, I'm out of here.
I actually really enjoyed that scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
So did I. I thought that was the best part of the fucking movie, to be honest.
Like if they had like a running gag of that, they'd be like, nope. 2 movies later, nope.
Have stormtroopers walking through a hallway and hear like they hear the lightsabers start up and crashing, even though it's not the console this time, it's just crashing sounds. They just turn and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
One question though.
Mm-hmm.
If a group
One
of
answer.
stormtroopers were to fight a group of red shirts, who would win?
Red shirts.
Red shirts.
I think that it would be stormtroopers because they would miss,
Really?
but the red shirts would die anyway.
What are red shirts?
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh.
Anyone wearing a red shirt dies.
Mm.
Well, I better take my fucking shirt off then.
Those are those are the security officers or the engineers?
Well, I mean, Scotty's technically a red shirt.
But he's Scottish.
I just can't do it, Captain. The dilithium crystals. I'm giving her all she's got.
Apparently, he wasn't giving it all she's got, though.
Yeah. I love that robot chicken. That little fucking... That little scene. Yeah, turns out...
Yeah, I've only been giving her half of what she's got.
All of the times that I've been saying that I've given her all she's got, and all the people that have died, I need some time to think. Like those all are all in your head. Damn, that's gotta suck.
Your life sucks, dude.
Well, I mean, in the Star Trek movies, I honestly did love the Star Trek movies. But in the Star Trek movies, like that his life did suck.
Oh yeah.
Like he was like, we can't have these without knowing what's in them, and you know it turned out that he was completely right. And then they needed him, and then he risks his neck through like the whole thing.
You want to know the big 3? Okay, maybe not even 3. Biggest franchises that I haven't watched or have tried to avoid.
What?
Harry Potter, Twilight, I think. Yeah, Twilight, and Star Trek. I haven't watched Star Trek. I haven't tried to avoid it. I have tried to avoid Harry Potter and definitely Twilight.
Twilight's bad. The new Star Trek films are okay.
Okay, I have actually seen one of them, but I think it was like the first Star Trek movie that came out in recent years.
That was nice, but what they did, I say to at least watch the series because at the very end, what they did was Spock, and passing on like Spock's like legacy of the character. Mm-hmm. They did very 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 well. Because they let Spock be they let Leonard Nimoy be Spock until he died.
Mm.
And then they even said that character is still canon because he was a future Spock, that talked to the past Spock, and
Okay.
and that character passed away during the same time that Leonard Nimoy did.
So they did the old switcheroo way.
Well, I mean, it was the three movies are basically after the TV series, kind of, and
Mhm.
it's in an alternate universe where
Gotta love those alternate timelines.
yeah, it's in an alternate timeline.
You know what I like about the Star Trek Online game is that they're actually canon, and that's something I don't really get to see all that often in games. Is that they're usually either alternate universes or just unrelated to the main plot of the original source material. When
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing about Star Trek is that like
They've always
they
been pretty good about that kind of shit.
yeah they try and make sure that all of their stuff is inside of their universe.
mm,
Like one of the MMOs that I didn't necessarily I was on the hype about it. I will say that I was hyped, uh, but then it quickly faded away whenever I realized what the actual product was, and that was
mhm.
the Matrix MMO.
Okay,
I was all aboard the
yeah,
hype train on that, and then
yeah.
I
I
was
didn't.
it was like rock paper scissors, and it was just like garbage.
Oh, it's in turn based
Kinda.
Is it Diablo with dice?
or tap targeting.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah, kind of like Diablo with dice.
For anybody who
Mm,
doesn't know, Diablo with dice is the nickname given to really shitty D&D.
okay. Don't mess with King Dies. Don't mess with me. I've heard that song so many
DM
times.
says you're gonna die. Roll a d6.
You dead, bitch. Purple lightning.
Either that, or your character is inside of this prison until you pick a different character. Gotta love those DMs.
Mm, I don't remember the last big role playing game I've been in. The last role playing game I've been in, period, was a knockoff. It was like a D&D, but it was with a different universe. So yeah.
What was it, Pathfinder?
No, it actually. Oh God, no, actually, it's more cancerous.
Pathfinder's not actually a
It's-
knockoff. It's its own like brand.
It's a cancerous thing. So, or that depends on your opinion on this matter. It's
Is it My
So-
Little Pony?
no kind of no, not kind of close. Far
No.
from close.
Not kinda. Kinda
so
My Little
are
Pony?
you-
What?
Are you familiar with My Hero Academia?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so this was My Hero Academia, but it was flipped to My Villain Academia, and it's as stupid as it sounds, or at least that's what it devolved into. Boy, since I wasn't exactly new to the role playing scene, but at the same time, I wasn't good at it, and I wasn't as invested into it as I am with most games because I'm a millennial. There was
Fucking hate my generation.
the millennials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. My like that being considered, I made a character, or I both made a character and I was given a role of something that's not as it's important, but not as story centric. It was I was a vice principal of this villain academia, and
So,
um,
so do you have a Gaia Online account?
a what?
Jesus Christ, Bash, he's telling a story.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not. I'm almost done. I'm going to wrap it up in a second. So yeah, I was a vice principal of this My Villain Academia, and if I were to summarize what the character is, it's kind of like a not omnipotent, but slightly all powerful. Not all. Okay, so space wizard, but his
Him's a space. He's a Jedi. Okay, gotcha.
well, he's a bit more powerful than that, and by a bit I mean like over 9,000 times. His corporeal form is an actual dimension, like it's an alternative dimension of some other universe. So, yeah. So like when he loses control of himself, himself is spread everywhere, and everything is covered in darkness and horror. So there's that. That's basically it. Like if I stop thinking, and yes, this person can just stop thinking altogether, he'll just devolve, and all this other stuff. I actually had a very sad backstory to go with it, but I'm not going to go into that.
So, do you have a Gaia Online account?
Fucking knew it though.
One, what is that? Two, what?
Good. Okay. Just doing a test.
How cancerous are you? That's the test.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm a different strand of cancer, if you know what I mean. I'm not that kind of. I'm not a creative type of cancer. I'm not. When I say creative, I mean in creative mediums. Like I'm not the cancerous person who hangs around DeviantArt making shitty pictures of fan fictions, and I don't make fan fictions.
What's wrong with fan fictions?
Don't
Not all-
lewd the Dargun.
Don't lewd the Dargun and Ferret. Whatever you do, especially not together.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, that was oddly specific.
Yes, it was. But don't do it.
Don't lewd the ferret and Dargun in the Arizona desert
What the fuck?
at
Now
midnight.
that's even more oddly specific. What the fuck are we doing in the Arizona desert?
Well,
Why?
we need to keep. This
Fucking
is
like animals. Wait,
It's
I
what?
think
YouTube.
you know what you're doing in the Arizona desert at midnight. We all know what you two do when you get alone.
Yeah, and for YouTube's sake, let's not go past the PG-13 stage.
We play video games.
We play video games, but don't lewd the Dargun and Ferret.
Yeah, we play video game. We play together. We play with each other.
No, yeah. Player 1 and player 2.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Are you ready, player one?
No.
Yeah, you two love playing with them joysticks.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay.
Wait, can I say
was-
Jesus first?
Yeah. No one likes Catholics.
No
Well, I
one
mean,
likes
we
the
do
Catholic.
have a Sky Daddy now in our Discord.
He's
Oh,
not
Jesus.
here.
The invisible Sky Daddy.
Gotta love that
Your
Sky Daddy.
God is absent, and he shall always be.
Hmm.
But anyways, what was I
He
talking
listens sometimes.
about? I was talking about something, but I forgot what. Like it's along the lines of. Oh yeah. So I don't do fan fictions, and there are different types of fan fictions. I used to do the good kind of fan fiction, but
The tasteful, well-written kind, you mean?
yes. Although that part is a bit subjective in my case because the last time I did it, I was a little child, so
Yeah, it was cringy, let's be honest.
I was a big fan of Star Wars, Extended Universe, the Force Unleashed games, and Halo. Those
Oh
were
god.
yeah, those were the main things I actually wrote about.
So
In
you
fact,
had
I
a
think-
crossover between like Star Killer and
No,
Master
no.
Chief?
No, I wrote for them separately. Me and my
Oh,
then best
okay.
friend, he's actually an asshole now. I hate him. Um, Back then, we both co-written and written our own alternative extended universe kind of stories. Um, either we had the same characters or our own original characters who were had the same exactly exaggerated force powers of Starkiller
Hmm.
and all those other things. And then there was, we on the Halo side we had kind of like shoot, I forgot which book it was. I think it was the one of Reach, the Fall of Reach. No, it was before that. It was one of those where we kind of had the original like the backstory and like the biggest flaw of our stories is that we didn't see or want an end game anytime soon. So there's no end of story segments. So it was kind
It
of like
was
a
just one of
day-to-day
those things that just kept going on and on.
on and on and on until we burn out of ideas, and then we would end it. That was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So
Don't do that. That's bad.
yeah. I think I might have actually kept a few. Nope. I can't. My room's a mess because I've been moving around, so I can't find them at this point. But if I can, I'll try bringing them up like later today or tomorrow. Where I think I might have kept a few notebooks as like souvenirs or whatever.
Hmm.
Because I wrote these when I was in private school. By the way, I nearly wrote my first novel when I was what 13, 14, 16, somewhere around that
So
ballpark.
do you have any novels?
No, I stopped the idea of doing a novel for a few reasons. One, I kind of lost creative drive to make original novels since when I was, I was very close on writing my first book at a very not a very young age, but at a decently young age. And then I've been since I was in private school. This was before I went to an actual public school. I loved writing so much that I did it during class. That ended up with my stories being confiscated and never returned. That includes a story of when I did a comical flip on take on when I broke my arm for the second time in 7 years, and it was actually kind of funny. It made everyone laugh to whoever I read it to, and that got taken away, and I never got it back. And the same happened with almost everything else I wrote that was original,
Oh,
not none of the fan stuff.
there
The
was
original
a
stuff.
there was a short story that I had made where in the end the character that I had gotten you to like love so much, like
Hmm.
you got such an attachment to, I actually just killed him off in the end.
Hmm.
And it shook one of the teachers so hard that they basically were like, I want a copy of all this.
Hmm.
And then they got mad because on the next one that I had a story of a character that has abandonment issues. That basically he the dad just basically tells the kid, take the pill, take your meds and everything, and
Hmm.
he seems very distant, but in the end he's actually doing that because he has to go out on this war, and he was trying to do it to keep him out of the war, but it turns out that he already goes into the war.
Hmm.
That kind of trope. And it was he says I don't want the fucking pills, and they confiscated that. Yet whenever I had him like get so attached to this character that it just killed off in like just a few pages after like having so many different chapters of it.
Hmm.
That was completely fine, but how dare you say fuck?
Yeah, I started making adult material. Not adult as in sexual, although that could have been in there. Adult is in like adult problems and blood and gore and people that grown people face on a sort of day-to-day basis. Um, but unfortunately, my teachers did not share that kind of fascination with original work, especially if it was written by one of their own students. They didn't care. The fact that what took precedence over that was the fact that I was writing in class when I should have been studying or paying attention.
How dare you write in class?
The Lord shall never forgive you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a Catholic private school, by the way. So
Oh, lovely.
So
Those are always fun.
yeah, I can tell you as an ex-Catholic, the entire notion of all this is bullshit.
So someone in the live chat a while ago, because I wasn't paying attention to the stream because we were playing and then talking, decided to say that the stream was shit. The only thing I really have to say to that is, where's your stream? Where's your clubhouse? Let's see how shit your clubhouse is.
Well, you see, my clubhouse is Mickey's clubhouse. I go visit him every Saturday.
Well, let me see. Oh look, saying my stream shit with 7 subscribers, and let's see. Let me take a look at their videos real quick. Me and my crazy friends.
So, I mean, now that I am in here.
Oh wow! It's a suburban area. Bunch of yeah. Whenever once you actually have content that might reach around 50 views on average, then you can start telling me how to do my stream.
I fucking love it though. No. Point is that I love how people, we're just hanging out, man. What the fuck are we doing right now? We're talking about Star Wars and writing and fucking playing League and just having a blast, man. How shitty is your life that you need to go and shit on someone else's parade? You know, like, I don't understand that mentality.
Well, since my edition, I'm sure that the quality of your stream has now improved. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean,
actually, yes, it has, because that's the point of League of Dargun. We're supposed to have new people on and talk to them about things that they're interested in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we'll learn something.
Yeah,
That's the absolute, that's the antithesis of this fucking show.
Yep. But we've reached 2 hours and 42 minutes already.
Holy piss, time flies.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
Especially when you listen to the dulcet tones of my voice.
Yeah, you're like a fucking lotus eater, man.
Well, the thing is, that always happens when either it's late at night or when I wake up.
So, do you have ow. Echo. Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's
I still can't hear his ass. Half the time.
It's alright, man. But, so, do you have anything that you'd like to, shill, or any of that? Actually, what time did they say that? Do we have a time?
1:11.
1:11?
So about an hour ago.
That was about an hour ago. Okay, I was about to say, if it was like 5 minutes ago, then yeah, we'll just fucking stay on here for a while. But
coming to the end of our time now.
We are. So you don't have like YouTube or Twitter or anything that you wanna?
I used to have a Twitch, but I no longer stream on it because my laptop is literally killing itself. So I do have a Discord, but I am currently in the midst of re-editing it because it used to be centered around a game called Terra, but I no longer play that crap. So I'm kind of making it more diverse of a theme. You know, there will be once I get enough members in it, there'll be more art and voice acting discussions and topics in general like these.
Also, the other thing about people that just decide to comment about my stream being shit, you can always come into my Discord and, you can tell me all you want about how my stream's shit.
Or
You
Yeah.
can tell me
We
exactly
can do it
why.
live.
You can
We can do it live.
Yeah, you
you
can
want
tell
to.
me. You
Mhm.
can tell me exactly why my stream's shit too, and we'll live stream it. So that way, you know, you can just tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong.
Or you can just, leave.
Yep.
And not be an asshole. Yeah, that's the thing too. You cannot shit on our party because your party sucks. Get some balloons and some music. That might help.
Well, I mean,
People like that.
like I said,
And a stripper and a cake.
those 7 subscribers,
They must love your content.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then
all
again, let's be
yeah.
fair. Subscribers don't really count here.
yeah, with your mother
The
and
same
your
can be
father
said about
and
you.
your brother and your sister.
Well, yeah. I mean, but at least I got triple digits. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
could you imagine Irate Bear?
Are
Yeah.
we flexing now?
No, I
Imagine
mean, what
Peter
I'm
Irate Bear
saying
saying
though
something
is
like that
like
to you.
just like yeah, but I mean, I'm not going over to Irate Bear and saying that his content sucks either. Like,
No, I
that's
mean,
that's the difference.
That's my point,
there.
though. It's like that's my down to the point of why even do that. I mean,
Well, I mean, to me, it's like if you're going to say that my show sucks, then I expect you to have at least a better show than what I have.
that's a good point to have, though.
Or
at
at
least you're
least-
actively trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least give off the fact that you have quote unquote good or better taste. Like, let's say, I don't know, you're into a creator who has more content, more followers.
I mean,
and
that's the thing is
is
I
also
looked,
Hold
is
on, let him.
also the type of content that you yourself, Ash, or Barrett, or me, or anyone else here would enjoy. It's like, okay, we all actually like this person. We actually have something in common here, and plus it shows that you actually do have some taste, but at the same time, not everyone starts good in your own opinion. It doesn't start off good, and that's
Oh,
not
no.
really the point of this type of thing to begin with. It never is. It's never the point. You people who will come onto places like YouTube and all that stuff with the aspirations of being famous and things like that. To that I say, get the fuck out. And also after that, it's the main reason why we do things like this is not for that. The fact, like PewDiePie, for instance, he did all this stuff because he loved doing it. The fact that he is the most popular YouTuber in the world and by far the richest is just an after effect of what he loves doing.
yeah. No, granted, I
Granted,
did.
is a very big after effect, but the point still stands.
Now, did I quit my job to pursue this? Yes, and that's why I'm so actively changing it and, improving it as the streams go on. But whenever I was looking over, I looked at the name, I said, okay, and then I clicked on the name and I clicked on the profile and I decided to look at their content. Gave them a quick look. I'm not going to mention the name, I'm not going to name drop or anything. And I was like, well, okay, your content, let me see if I can, because if it was good content, I would have been like, all right, I'll take a little bit of criticism, But with that, it's like, oh, you're just some kid on the internet, okay.
Granted, people can have an opinion, but it's all based off of no reason, nothing tangible.
Yeah, but like if I see your merit is better than mine, then I'm obviously going to take your criticisms a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting that you actually be polite about it, but a way you can do it is just be like, oh hey, dude, I just noticed something. Like, I want to take a very random aspect of this podcast or whatever you want to call it. Dude, your overlay does not look very neat. There's a better way you can actually manage it. Like what if you just made your chat transparent and put it on top of your gameplay, or what if you made the size of your gameplay bigger and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
That is a way you can do it. You can be rude about it if you want, but you're still doing it. The game, motherfucker. Like, why the fuck is this thing so freaking small and compared to the rest of the freaking aspect ratio, you motherfucking twig? But either, like, regardless, it's still something you're bringing to the table. If you're just saying it for the sake of saying it, then we have no reason to actually listen to you or even give you the time of day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the time of day. You're just not gonna like it.
It's going to be the time of your life.
Like at least the criticisms that you're trying to like say on it is at least being critical. It's not just saying this is shit. No, it was shit whenever I couldn't stream and whenever I kept seeing that red light. But now that I'm seeing a green light, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Which would you rather have is what you may or may not ask them. Which would you rather have? Me not giving any entertainment or any food for thought? Or actually being on here despite the amount of views I have, despite the amount of people watching, despite the amount of guests that I have talking on the show?
Yeah, I mean, also, that's the other thing. We had Landon fucking Knoll yesterday talk like for a good hour and a half with about volcanoes, and to me, yeah, it was very baffling to me, and I outright told him at the end of the stream, I said, like, hey, I'm gonna have to re-listen to everything that's being said on the stream, because like it was just a long process of information.
Mm-hmm. Like I do sometimes when I go on tangents about The Last Jedi.
But yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and any last words, Ferret?
Don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt.
Life lesson of the day, don't be a cunt.
Just
You can be a
never-
cunt, just don't be that cunt.
Be my
Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell. It helps us out.
There we go.
Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell.
You gotta play with the subscribe button.
You gotta play with it. Sorry, I lost it. You gotta play with the subscribe buttons, titties.
Yeah, you gotta press them. You gotta click them hard.
You gotta
Alright.
molest that fucker. All right.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found to change.